he recognized the room where Shawki brother Muhammad have slept.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. He lay on the way in the attic in the show Muhammad was Nasir, which he explained correctly. He recognized the place, cycles, what character cycles place.
Yes.
Okay, he recognized the garage with the wall inside.
The well inside.
Well, beer الماء. Yes, the well and the pump.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He recognized Shawki aunt.
Yes.
Okay. He was afraid from the truck.
Not much. I mean, back then might be, but
Okay. Now, on all of these things, are you remembering, or that is, are you now remembering what it was like at age 4 or 5, or do you still remember what you remembered at age 4 or 5?
I don't remember as an age. I remember as a Shawqi's memory.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
I
Yeah.
start getting these memories until this day.
Okay.
But I didn't say like when I was 4 years, I remember this.
Yeah.
5,
Okay.
I remember that.
Right. Okay, that's what I was asking. Whether what you're remembering as Rabia, or whether you're actually remembering the things about Choki, and you're telling me you actually remember about Choki.
Everything I remember, it's in Shawqi's personal.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Nothing here.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Even my childhood in this life, I forget almost everything. I don't remember when I was child what I was doing this or that.
Right.
It's
I don't
not
either.
clear.
Yeah.
But
Right.
those things I remember because from adult.
Yeah.
Right.
Adult memory.
Right.
Transference.
That's a very important psychological difference there. That is really very important.
Yeah, it's not like they came past this child and keep going, or stop here and go. No, it's just like this child kind of post officer transfer the mail, like talk about it.
But it seems as if you had to get to a certain age to be able to verbalize
To
it.
be able to explain.
Yeah.
Because when now my grandson, 4 months and a half, you try to talk to him, he try move his lips to talk, but he can't. Same thing, like you have to have the ability to talk, to explain.
That's why we remember last time we were talking about that topic. When we have a child and you're talking about a soul, it's complete soul but in a small body. This was the old tradition, and back home they said it's a big soul in a small body, and they said, "Oh my God, how God make this child not talk, because he have a big soul, he have a memory, he have a something, and just because he trying to interact with the surrounding, because a child he couldn't."
Means exactly like horse. Baby horse can't carry you. By the time he grow up, he can carry you. And run with you. But child, it's child.
Yeah.
The last question.
It's not ready yet. It's not ripe yet. Like fruit. Sour peaches. When it's ripe, it becomes sweet. It takes time growing. Same thing. Doesn't matter the soul and the. Actually, I would love to know exactly what do you call the self. Remember last time when I was explaining to you? every person in this life have the body, the soul, and the self.
Yes.
The body is just the box, just the home for the self to live in. The soul, it's something like electric comes to this body to keep the body alive, to make it alive, because when this soul leave this body, it go rotten, right?
No.
I mean, this
Oh, the
body,
body.
the body, the self
It
cannot
animates.
cannot live anywhere inside of this kind of body.
The container.
It's a
Yes,
Mhm.
that's the home of the self.
Mhm.
But when you die, the self, the soul, leave this body. When the soul leave this body, the body not able to function anymore. The self cannot live in like the fridge. If you unblock from the electric, soul keep this body as a good atmosphere for this self to live in. I would love to know how do you explain this self? That's our self. Everybody his self. Yourself different than your soul. Yourself different than your body. Yourself the one live forever and ever, never die. Because Shawq's self moved to my body here.
I want to correct here something. The self and the soul, the all one package, goes from body to body.
No.
That's why he's saying he
Soul.
doesn't feel that way.
Yeah, he don't.
Soul, it's like generator. Generator generate power, right? Electric. If you have 10 light in the house, you turn one off. Where this power go back? To the generator, to the creator.
Mhm.
Who sent this soul to this body? The creator. The soul separate 100% than the self. Three different things: body,
Yeah.
self, soul. Soul never carry any memory.
So I think self he's talking about means consciousness.
Conscious,
or-
everything.
And personality.
Personality, conscious, memory, brain,
Memory, yeah.
willpower, bad self, basically self, to my knowledge, to my experience. When you're born with low self-esteem, very low.
Mhm.
And you have to work on yourself to educate it yourself and give yourself the manners. You teach yourself those things. Every life, yourself act different.
Mhm.
The same self depend on what you put on it.
Mhm.
Work on it. You have to, like we always say, there is bad and good.
So let me ask you a question. Right now, today, are you 100% Rabia?
100%.
You let Shauki go?
Yes, I tell you, when there is like that when you reincarnate. Before that, you see just Shauq's personality. As long you grow, it start merging
Mhm.
with this personality. As you grow more and leave each other, this will be past. This is the personality. This is the growing personality now.
Mm-hmm.
All I have back memories.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything affected on this anymore. It was when this comes, join each other, then as you grow, this leaving.
It was a personality and memory.
And the
But,
one I
you know,
was,
can I say something? Jim, does what he's describing right now remind you of what the way you talk about soul possession?
No, well, in a sense, I suppose. It reminds me more about the transplant cases, actually.
Oh,
With the transplant cases, you have very similar to what he's describing. Initially, you have the sense of a recipient, an organ recipient, that they have received something from the donor, and then over time, there's the merger of the donor and the recipient, and what comes out of that is something new completely. That's sort of what it reminds me
that's
of.
what I want to try to explain. I wish I know those words,
Yeah.
we'll
The-
help you.
you know. Like I said, there's bad and good, right? In our life. You can live your life in the same way. Two people, one bad, one good. They live the life. The bad guy, he can live in luxury life, but in bad way. The good guy, he can live the luxury life in good way, which is the bad guy. He can steal, rape, do whatever.
Yes.
He can have the luxury, but in bad way, you know. The good way, you can merit to have sex, for example, in good way. You can work and educate yourself and become in better degree and make good living in a good way, you know. So
You have really honestly retained more memories than anyone else that has been studied in a follow-up study like this. Now, we're the first time that they're really doing a case study like this. The others have been done in groups. Um, but in reporting those groups, they don't even report outliers in the groups that have really extraordinary memories like this. I need to go back and look and see, but I don't recall them at all, that they mention even one or two out of the group of how many that they have who have just extraordinary memories like this. So you really are very special in that respect. Why? And I'm wondering, why do you have a sense of why that would be?
yes, there is secret in this life, and I've been part of it. Not like you came to this life once and you learn nothing, but missing sentence, like I explained to you, there is correct sentence and wrong sentence. If you live one life, you always have the wrong sentence, which is anybody ask, what do you know about God? For example, what do you know about God? You think, and then you say, I don't know, maybe God knows. They replace the couple words in the sentence, couple word start, dots missing, then another couple words, which is, this is wrong sentence, didn't make any sense. Correct sentence, when you start shrinking those dots and fill up the word. To me, now, I think there is creator to do that, because this thing we were talking about, and this memory, and this transfer memory from life to life, and self keep alive from body to body, means there's somebody above our hand doing it. We can't do that. There's something doing that.
Yeah.
Whether people think science, other people think God, other people think happen like that or whatever. It's there is secret. And I'm positive there is secret.
The mystery.
Mystery, which is I kinda touch it,
Yeah,
touch that,
yeah.
but I'm not there yet.
He recognized the room where Shawki brother Muhammad have slept. تتذكر وين
Yeah,
كان يخيم.
oh yeah.
Okay. He lay on the way in the attic in the show Muhammad was Nasir, which he explained
Ah,
correctly. He recognized the place, cycles, يعني what character cycles place.
Yes.
Okay, he recognized the garage with the wall inside. تتذكر الكراج.
The well inside.
Well, beer الماء.
Eh,
Yes, the well and the pump.
the pump.
Hmm.
Okay. He recognized Shawki aunt.
Yes.
Okay. He was afraid from the truck.
Not much. I mean, back then might be, but it didn't.
Okay. Now, on all of these things, are you remembering, or that is, are you now remembering what it was like at age 4 or 5, or do you still remember what you remembered at age 4 or 5?
I don't remember as an age. I remember as a Shawqi's memory.
Okay, that's
From
what I
the
was
day
asking.
I
Yeah.
start getting these memories until this day.
Okay,
I didn't say like when I was 4 years, I remember this.
Yeah.
When I was 5,
Okay.
I remember that.
right. Okay, that's what I was asking. Whether what you're remembering as Rabia, or whether you're actually remembering the things about Choki, and you're telling me you
No,
actually remember
everything-
about Choki.
Everything I remember, it's in Shawqi's personality.
Yeah,
me.
okay, yeah.
Not